Welcome to this Football Manager 2018 mini-series where I'm going to be managing Peru at the 2018 World Cup. You guys voted for Peru. During my Morocco series I did put a poll up with all the nations that I hadn't managed so far apart from the top 8 favourites for the World Cup, and Peru ended up winning the poll, which I'm pleased about really because I've wanted to manage Peru ever since I started doing these mini-series, trying out different nations. They did very well to qualify, of course, for the first time in many years. They've got some very good players, they have a good system in place, so I'm looking forward to it, and I think we have a decent chance of qualifying from our Group C. I know during my World Cup simulations videos, they've won a few World Cups. There is the potential that we can go all the way, but it is tough. We've got France, who are the best team on Football Manager, according to my simulations that I've done. Denmark do very well as well. They've got Eriksen. They do have some very good young talent at the back and in attack. And lastly, Australia, who probably are the weakest team in the group, but you never know, they might throw up a surprise. So we're going to have to watch out for it. When I managed Australia previously, I did lose against Peru, so we're a good team. And I'm going to mix it up a bit for this series. I am going to show you the two friendlies. We're going to take on Spain and Switzerland in the two pre-World Cup friendlies, and I'm going to try out how this tactic works. And this is what I've put together. In fact, I'll show you the squad first. It's the real-life squad. I've selected every single player that is in the squad in real life, all 23 players, including the captain and the maestro of Peru, 34-year-old Paolo Guerrero, who was almost banned for the World Cup because of drugs stuff. Not entirely sure what happened, but he was allowed special permission to play in the World Cup. They've got rid of the ban, I suppose. They've ended it early, and it's going to be great to see what he can do for us. We've also got this chap who I've seen score goals during my simulations of the World Cup. He's a quality player. I'm going to be playing him on the wing though, rather than up front. We've got the legend that is Jefferson Farfan, who I'm surprised is only 33. I feel like he's been around for centuries, but obviously not. He's a quality player who's actually going to be playing up front for me. I suppose I could swap those two around. Might make more sense, but I'm trying to base it on the real system that Peru have been playing. I think they've been playing a 4-2-3-1, but having read an article from The Guardian, apparently they're trying to develop it into a 2 up front of Farfan alongside Guerrero. So those of you that are Peruvian or know Peru football, perhaps this isn't what they're playing, but I'm kind of basing it on what I've seen on the internet. I've tried to do my best. I've selected the real squad. I'm trying to play a system. I mean, Jotun, for example, doesn't know how to play central midfield on Football Manager, but apparently they play him there. So I'm going to try him out. If it doesn't work, then I will have to play someone else there. Apparently this chap is their star on the left-hand side, who either is a little bit underrated on Football Manager or he's suddenly become really good in the last few months or something. But apparently he's a quality winger. Defensively, you might know Alberto Rodriguez, who's 34 years old, but I've actually gone with Christian Ramos, 29-year-old centre-back, and Santa Maria, who's a 26-year-old ball-playing defender who's only got one cap, but I think he fits the system better as a ball-playing defender. The full-backs, Trauco, 25 years old, looks all right. Advincula as well, Louis Advincula, who looks quite good. He's experienced at right-back. And Tapia, who's going to be playing as a segundo volante, the new role on Football Manager. I've never used it. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see how it works, see if it works. There's some good players. I like the look of this team. Whether it's going to be good enough or not, we're going to find out. But we're going to take on Spain to start with. We're also going to take on Switzerland today. I'm aiming to do 2 episodes per day. Obviously, it could end after the second day if we get knocked out in the group stage. But I'm going to give it my best shot. I have no idea if this tactic's going to work, but I have done the whole tactical familiarity thing once again, just like with previous series. That's what you guys suggested I should do to level the playing field with my opposition managers who have been in charge of their nations for a long time. So hopefully tactically we'll be okay as a result of allowing that, but time will tell. Let's go for that. That hasn't worked. The defence have switched off. Might be because I can't speak Spanish. The Spain team are so good. They really are. I can't imagine we're going to win today, but it's good preparation taking on a very strong team. Then Switzerland, hopefully a team more on our level. Hopefully we can get a good result against them. I haven't actually played FM18 properly for about 2 weeks since my Hearts series ended, and I haven't done the Morocco series. The Morocco series was a couple of weeks ago, so this is the first time I played for a while. Set up all the corners and free kicks and all that jazz, and that seems to work nicely as Jotun just fires it over the bar, playing in an unfamiliar role according to Football Manager, but in real life he plays central midfield for Peru, apparently. Here's Isco with a free kick, just firing that wide. 25 minutes in, that was Spain's first effort on goal that we've seen. We've both had half chance, not much else. But this is what friendlies is all about, building the match fitness after, maybe a little bit of a break after the season ended. Although I don't know, some of my players are playing in other countries, so the seasons aren't quite aligned, are they? As Spain whipping a corner, it's back to Pedro. Knocks it into the box. That's 1-0. Was it offside? Oh, it was offside. Don't know why it takes so long sometimes. So 0-0 at half time. Not much going on, but that's a positive, I think. 0-0 against Spain. I will make the odd change, I think. We've got 6 subs to make, of course, as it's a friendly. I'm going to say I'm happy with the performance. Raul has switched off. Flores isn't playing particularly well on the left wing, but we do have options. Some of them are quite good. Carrillo's a good player. I like the look of him. He's an inside forward, but I play him as a winger. I might bring Raul off as well. Who can we play there? Cueva? Sorry if I murdered pronunciations. It's inevitable on this channel, I'm afraid. In fact, the 2 players I brought on, I prefer to play as inside forwards, but I'm going to play them in the winger role anyway. Jotun's on a yellow. I'm going to take him off and bring on Cartagena and play him as a ball-winning midfielder. Get him up the pitch, winning the ball back. That might be a better option than playing a deep-line playmaker in there. I'm not really sure. I'm experimenting, as I do. That's what I'm all about. Experiments, of course. Inevitably, I'm going to get knocked out in like the second round, aren't I? And it's going to be disappointing. And I finished 3rd with Senegal. I haven't improved upon that. And that was using my tactic that I'd developed, of course, with Hearts, and it worked wonders with Senegal, but everyone was saying I shouldn't use it anymore because it's a bit boring using the same tactic. As Spain do take the lead, but it's offside again. 2 offside goals for Spain. They've been a little bit unlucky, I suppose. 20 minutes to go. It has been boring. Let's be honest, it has been very dull. I'm going to bring off the captain. We don't actually have another striker. We don't. Yeah, I brought off Raul. We've still got Farfan on the pitch, but we don't actually have another striker option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a player back into midfield, and then what am I doing? Where is he? There he is. Paolo, get off the pitch. I'm going to bring on Hurtado to play as an advanced playmaker, and I've got 2 more subs to make. I might as well make them. I'm going to take off Trauco and bring on Loyola. And 1 more sub. I used the better goalkeeper out of Castida and the other chap, Carvalho. I think Castida. I'm going to bring him on just for the last few minutes. He's probably going to cock up now. Just give some game time to the goalkeepers. Oh no, an injury to Loyola. I just brought him on. Now, I did remove injuries at the start of the save, just like I've done with all the other series, just so we've got the best squad possible, and obviously I wanted the real 23-man squad. But injuries from this point onwards, that's just the way it is. I've picked up an injury. He might be injured for the tournament now. I might be down to 22 men. Though I might have the option to bring in a new player, in which case... Oh no, I haven't. It's been confirmed, and I don't think there's replacements on Football Manager. In real life, you can call someone up, can't you? Either way, we're playing... Well, I'm going to move him back to wing back, which isn't ideal for the last 10 minutes. We're down to 10 men. This tactic seems quite solid. We've not done anything, but defensively, they've scored 2 goals that have been offside, but they've come from set pieces. 1.5 minutes to go. Can we hang on for a good 0-0 draw against Spain? I'm pleased with this. But perhaps there's going to be one last chance for Spain. It's over the top for Diego Costa. He scores. Yeah, it had to happen, didn't it? Right at the end. We were down to 10 men, to be fair. So it's not the end of the world. Just a little bit heartbreaking. Luckily, it's only a friendly. We've won a free kick. Will we have time to take it? It's back to the edge of the box. It's slammed just over the bar by Hurtado. And that's the end of the match. We're going to the Switzerland game with a 1-0 defeat. Could have been a lot worse. I'm going to say unlucky, which seems to have motivated and relaxed them. Time for the Switzerland game then. Loyola's just out for 2 weeks, so he should be back in time for maybe the second match of the World Cup. Not entirely sure. He's not out for the whole World Cup anyway. I'm going to keep with the same tactic, but I'm going to go attacking. I'm also sticking with the same team just to get them used to each other. Make sure the systems work. I mean, Jota, I don't know whether it's... I should just concede defeat on that front. We'll give it another go. Thinking about it, I don't know whether it's best to go attacking mentality away from home, but I want to see us attacking, creating opportunities. We did nothing in that match, despite the fact we've got 2 up front. Perhaps we need to go a bit more direct. I've got it on mixed passing and retained possession. Good luck out there. Why are you switching off? Pedro Gallas. I don't know why he's switching off. Yeah, this is the tactic that I'm playing at the moment. Fairly wide football, exploiting the flanks because we do have some penetration down both sides. Mixed passing, be more disciplined. Kind of tried to do what they're doing in real life, I think, from reading up articles about Peru. I don't know whether... I might be completely wrong, and if I am, I do apologise, but I have tried to recreate it as best as I possibly can. And by the way, by the time you've watched this, I'd have recorded the whole series, because I'm going to record it in one go and upload over a few days. So, yeah, I'm afraid if you do say something in the comment section, so you need to do this, it's a bit too late. Sorry. Oh, we've picked up another injury. It's Raul. That's not ideal. I'm going to bring on... can Carrillo play on the right wing? Oh, he can. He actually prefers there. We'll play Carrillo on the right wing. Nothing's happening. Lads, do something. We're looking... A couple of players looking complacent for some reason. Maybe do I turn off retain possession? Run at defence. Let's try and run at the defence with the wingers. Create some carnage. Wow, I think this is a very solid tactic. Peru were quite free scoring in my Australia series. I don't know what they were doing, but they scored goals. I'm not doing anything. However, the opposition aren't doing anything, and I kind of feel like this is the best approach, especially when facing teams like France. Been unlucky so far, let's go with that. Do I make any change? I might bring off the right back, who's had a poor game. Advincula. We can bring on Corzo, who would rather play as a defensive wing back. We'll put him on support, I think. We'll keep on Trauco. Flores isn't playing well again on the left-hand side. I think he's underrated on the game. And Farfan's not playing very well up front either. Perhaps I should drop I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try Farfan in attacking midfield. See if this makes a difference. This is what I was going to do originally. So let's see if that works. I think this is the formation they have been playing. Farfan behind the striker. But I just want... According to The Guardian, they had the option of moving Farfan up alongside the striker. So, let's try that. Let's try what they're actually doing, or have been doing. Half an hour to go. Nothing's happening. Do I go direct? I don't want to go direct. I don't think it's the Peruvian way. But nothing is... A highlight at last. A highlight. A footballing highlight. Switzerland, Lichtsteiner on the ball into the path of Shaqiri. They've got some good players, Switzerland. Might pull off a few shocks at the World Cup. Here comes Lichtsteiner again to the byline. Crosses it in. It's 1-0. And Bolo, the youngster, with the goal. And it looks like we're heading for another pre-World Cup defeat. I think I'm going to have to change things up a bit. Because it's obviously not working. We're now looking uninterested. This is not ideal, lads. We're heading for a World Cup. You can't... This isn't the Peruvian way. You're meant to... Your heart and soul. Perhaps it's because I've sacked their manager essentially and taken over some random English white bloke who has absolutely no idea about Peru. So I don't blame them really. I think I'm going to have to move a man further forward in the midfield area. Who do we bring on? Hurtado for Jotun. We'll put him there. Hurtado can play as an advanced playmaker. I'm going to move Farfan back up front as the poacher. And God, it's really poor ratings from us, isn't it? I'm going to bring Cueva on the left-hand side. Play him as a winger on attack. Let's whip the crosses in. We've got it on attacking. Flexible. fairly wide. I don't know what else. Let's just go with that. Let's see if we can get back into this with 20 minutes to go. We've got another highlight. The goalkeeper slams it up the pitch. Playing him as a sweeper keeper. I should maybe get him to play out to the fullbacks or something like that to keep possession. Oh, that's a poor ball. It's not good. Switzerland seem to be able to hit us on the break. That's the problem. Here's Xhaka. I need to throw some encouragement their way. Come on, lads. We need better. This is poor. I know we're playing away from home, but it's still poor. Here they come. Mbolo. It's not even that faster pace from Switzerland here. They're just walking up the pitch, holding on to possession. Here's Mbolo again to just fire it over. That's the first clear-cut chance of the game. Another highlight, though. Perhaps it will be in our favour this time. Here's Carrillo. Oh, Hurtado just about keeps hold of it. It's a very adventurous ball. It's probably because I've got both wingers on attack. They're too far up the pitch. He's trying to find these players with long balls because I've not got them on support. But, you know, it's the time in the game when I'm trying to win, trying to get back into it. And that's off the crossbar. We escape. I'm going to play Hurtado as an attacking advanced playmaker, so he's a bit further up the pitch. The only player that's played well for us is Ramos at the back, 7.2. I'm going to take off Farfan. No, I'm not. I don't have any other strikers. Oh, Carrillo's had a dreadful game as well. This is not ideal heading into episode 2, guys, where we're starting the World Cup. Draco's going to come off. Nope, there's no one that can come on at left. But I thought, oh yeah, he's injured, of course. I'm not going to make any other changes. I don't know who to bring on. Here we go. 9 minutes to go. That is terrible. What was that pass? We had 3 men up there against 2. And he's just managed to find a Swiss player. Ridiculous. I was really positive heading into this series. And now I'm not. Here's Cueva. Down the left. We're on the counter. Oh, he's just slammed it into the legs of that player. And that's not... We've lost the highlight now, haven't we? It's poor. I'm going direct for the last few minutes and overload. 2 minutes to go. Corner crossed in from Switzerland. Good header away. Draco can't get on the end of it. Here's Shaqiri. Crosses in. And Mbolo should have made it 2. Now, they've had so many chances in this second half since we've gone a bit more attacking. Somehow, it's only 1-0 with a minute to go. That's a nice ball out wide to Carrillo. Can he actually do something this time? Crosses it in. It's not a great cross. It's knocked away. 30 seconds to go. 30 more seconds of today's video. Thank you for watching episode 1. I know it's been disappointing. I'm going to sort it out for the World Cup though. We have to. I need to do something. Perhaps I need to... We've had 1 half chance. It's just not been good enough. I don't know. Simply, I don't know. But I'm going to try and work a miracle for the World Cup. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this mini-series. Dear. They don't like me. Quite simply, they do not like me. That's the problem here. I'm just going to leave it there. I'll see you in episode 2, guys.